सर मेरा पहला सवाल तो आपसे ही है, आप पार्टी हैं ब्रोकर?
पता नहीं यार, कभी कभी पार्टी कभी कभी ब्रोकर.
दिल्ली के बारे में ऐसी कोई चीज जो आपको और कहीं दिखी ही नहीं?
So the degree of difficulty of doing work in Delhi was higher than Bombay and Bangalore. It is that much easier in Bombay. Clients buy better work quicker. You have to get the best work out. Not only for the client, of course, but for the agency itself. Great work that the world sees and acknowledges. Clients will beat a path to your door. They will come. They'll say, हमें यार इस जैसा कुछ दो. Men will be men जैसा कुछ दे दो.
सच में ये रिस्क टेकिंग था? जो इम्पैक्ट, जो स्टिकीनेस घोसला की थी?
It was a very, very challenging project because the first film it's a cult classic.
Yeah.
Advertising teaches you a lot. You have a certain brand tone of voice. And one has to be very clear about that you're not creating art. You are creating communication for a commercial purpose.
Advertising will not go away.
Right. ऑटो के पीछे लिखा है ना,
Exactly.
प्रचार है तो व्यापार है. AI is an amazing. It's fantastic. It's taken humankind somewhere else.
It's making us dumber, sir.
Perhaps. But imagine the smartness of human beings who could create something even smarter than themselves. That is where human creativity is required. At the end of the day, whatever the technology that comes in, it's a human being talking to a human being.
Hello and welcome. This is Lalit Kumar and you're watching Best Media Info. Currently, we're on our way to meet a very special guest. Now, this guest is special because in the advertising world, he has churned out some of the most memorable campaigns. Do Boon Zindagi Ki, Men Will Be Men. I mean, these are campaigns that have stuck with us forever. And now, he's involved in a very, very interesting project. And that project is a sequel to a cult classic. That cult classic is Khosla Ka Ghosla. Of course, we all know Khosla Ka Ghosla. All the stars have aligned and the sequel is coming. Ajay Gehlot, the ad man who has closely worked with one of the most memorable campaigns in the ad world, is involved in the making of this film. So we're on our way to kind of talk about his journey. How did he land up Khosla Ka Ghosla 2? And if he misses advertising or not? That's the question that we want to know about. Let's head towards it.
Hi, sir. Hi, Lalit.
So, सर मेरा पहला सवाल तो आपसे ही है, आप पार्टी हैं ब्रोकर?
पता नहीं यार, कभी कभी पार्टी कभी कभी ब्रोकर. Depending on the day.
Right. आप कहाँ से हैं सर? Where are you from? I mean, where are your roots?
Roots are here, very much so in Haryana.
Okay.
My surname is Gehlot and Gehlots come from mostly Haryana. I haven't spent too much time. I grew up all over the country because my father was in the army and it was a transferable job. So went all over the country. But for the last 20 years, I mean, we've been here in Delhi, NCR.
So you came in 2001?
February 2001, yes.
But you started out in Bangalore.
Bangalore, yes. I started out in Bangalore with the Rediffusion. Then I moved to Sachi in Bombay. I was in Bombay for a couple of years.
Right.
Back to Bangalore, then Delhi, and then a couple of stints in Bombay, but mainly Delhi since then, and mainly Ogilvy for the longest time.
Okay. So Ogilvy ke saath, and Ogilvy and Delhi were the actual, pillars, if you can talk about the journey.
Yeah, I mean, see, everyone in our profession has a home agency. And in my case, that was Ogilvy, and specifically Ogilvy Delhi, because, those were some of the best years of my career. And, when there is a certain time you're young, you're growing up in your career. And,
Right.
And at that point in time, 2001 and around that area, the early 2000s, Ogilvy Delhi had some absolutely fantastic talent. The creative directors were V. Sunil and Shomu Sen. V. Sunil, as you know, runs his own agency, famous for doing so many huge campaigns, including the, Indigo rebrand. There was Bashish Khazanchi, who's doing very well now. There was Satbir Singh, runs his own agency. A lot of people have gone on to make films.
But why are Delhi offices being tanked all of a sudden? I mean, when you talk about agency people, they are either in Gurgaon, they're in Mumbai, they're in Bangalore. Delhi has been sidelined a bit.
No, I consider Delhi, Gurgaon the same thing. You know,
Okay.
that's just a matter of where people want to have their offices. So
Right.
Delhi, Gurgaon is the same thing. Delhi has always been, it's been a big market, but as you know, the center of advertising has always been Mumbai.
2001 में आप आए थे and we are sitting here on 2026.
Yeah.
Um,
Excuse me.
दिल्ली के बारे में ऐसी कोई चीज जो आपको और कहीं दिखी ही नहीं.
You know, in diving, competitive diving,
Huh.
there is a thing known as degree of difficulty, right?
Okay.
So when the diver dives, he can have he or she can have a perfect dive without a splash. You know, but if it's a relatively easy dive, they get lesser marks. And if the dive is difficult and it's not perfect, but still marks are given for the degree of difficulty.
Okay.
So the degree of difficulty of doing work in Delhi was higher than both Bombay and Bangalore. You know, so that was it was a cultural thing. You know, it's how people are in Delhi. It's how relationships are in Delhi. Client agency relationships, creative account management relationships. It's a little more difficult. For instance, there was once a worldwide creative conference which happened to be held in Delhi, Ogilvy's. And there we had to, like, Piyush was a huge fan of cricket, and so he said, okay, whoever presents has to present based on the theme of cricket.
Okay.
So my theme for Delhi advertising was running the threes. Now, while you're batting, the most difficult thing is to run 3 runs, right?
Right.
You can hit a 6, you know, it's just one effort. Hit a 4, you can take a single, you can run 2, but running 3 is the most difficult. So we said in Bombay you can hit a 6, you know, but in Delhi you have to run 2 threes to score the same number of runs. So
That's
because
interesting.
because you know there are other challenges, and this is borne out time and again. A lot of time, you know, people from Bombay, because overall professionalism in Bombay is a lot higher, right?
Right.
And things happen quickly. People take decisions quickly.
और दिल्ली वाले
There are-
दिल से सोच रहे होते
हाँ,
हैं.
दिल्ली में अलग अलग चीजें होती हैं, you know, clashes and differences of opinion. Yet there is a lot of, I mean, respect and love and all of that.
Right.
But to get to the same thing is a greater struggle. And so the degree of difficulty, like I said, of work in Delhi is a little higher than, and that's my experience talking. I'm not, you know, I'm not saying this just off the top of my head.
Right.
It is that much easier in Bombay. Clients buy better work quicker. They are willing to experiment more. They are willing to take more risks, and they trust the agency more. So generally better work happens. But I'm proud to say that out of Ogilvy Delhi, we did some fantastic work which was acknowledged by the industry.
No, of course. I mean, Ogilvy और दिल्ली की बात करो तो Ajay Gehlot is a common ground there, right?
हाँ, I was part of the furniture there, yeah. So everyone remembers me.
So was there something about you that Delhi आपके जिम्मे छोड़ा और बोला कि अजय संभाल लेगा?
मैं दिल्ली वाला हूँ यार, टेम्परामेंटली लोगों से इंटरेक्ट करना आता है, कहाँ पे कितना, कहाँ, how to interact with people and how to get the best out of them, how to, you know, make sure that, you know, at the end of the day it's about the work. You have to get the best work out, not only for the client, of course, but for the agency itself. You know, so what happens is a lot of the times people are happy कि यार client ने खरीद लिया है, चलो अब छप जाएगा, पैसे बन जाएंगे. But अगर अच्छा काम नहीं है, so then it doesn't reflect well on the agency. And the only way to grow an agency is through work. There is no other way. You know, there is no other way. People have all these conferences and brainstorming, but ultimately it's only about the work that you do. If you do great work that the world sees and acknowledges, clients will beat a path to your door. They will come. They'll say, हमें यार इस जैसा कुछ दो. Men will be men जैसा कुछ दे दो.
Right.
You know.
या आपको बोलते थे लोग
हाँ
कि वैसा कुछ दो.
हाँ, मुझे तो ब्रीफ एक बार मिली है यार कुछ. मैंने कहा, we were not getting a clear brief on a particular brand. So, you know, servicing went and they just couldn't, they said, we don't know what the client wants. So I went and met the the client and I said कि मुझे साफ साफ बताओ आपको क्या चाहिए. तो उसने कहा यार कुछ ओगिलवी टाइप कर दो. मैंने कहा चलो फिर आप बेफिक्र रहो, वो हम कर देंगे. और वो हमने कर दिया. फिर हमने कहा देन डोंट आस्क क्वेश्चंस, देन वी विल डू. यू वांट फेमस वर्क, राइट? ओगिलवी टाइप वर्क वो है. वी विल गिव यू फेमस वर्क एंड दैट टर्न्ड आउट टू बी वन ऑफ आवर मोस्ट फैबुलस.
शेयर कर सकते हो आप?
हाँ, दैट वाज फॉर पान विलास, द थिंग where the line was शौक बड़ी चीज है, and we used Manoj Bajpayee as a Nawab, and fabulous, two fabulous films that I mean everyone loved them, and we created a whole world for Pan Vilas. Unfortunately later, I think for whatever reason, changes in management, that changed, but it was a brief that the marketing person gave me, and we were able to then deliver on that. So Delhi has a different rhythm, a different way of doing things. So to your question, what was it about me and Ogilvy and all? I guess I was just a natural fit for this, and it was most enjoyable. And it was also Piyush's leadership that he just never interfered. He just said, no, you run it the way you want. And if you need any help, I am there.
तो आप और ओगिलवी दिल्ली मेड सेंस बिकॉज आप दिल्ली वाले हो.
I guess so.
तो ये जो दिल्ली वाला कैरेक्टर है, was this also the reason? क्योंकि खोसला का घोसला is a very Delhi coded film. मतलब उसमें कुछ ऐसे एलिमेंट्स हैं, कुछ ऐसे छोटे छोटे नुआंसेस हैं जो सिर्फ दिल्ली वाला ही समझ सकता है.
Correct.
तो was it the reason that आपके अंदर का वो जो दिल्ली वाला है, it fit with खोसला का घोसला का sequel also?
See, I think that is just sheer luck. I mean, I got a call from an ex-colleague who said, do you know anyone who would like to write Khosla Ka Ghosla? So I said, I would love to write it. So it was a lady. She said, I was hoping you'd say that because I wanted, I know you'll be a good fit and you'll enjoy it. So that's how this thing started about more than 2 years back. That's where this whole Khosla journey started. It was a very, very challenging project because the first film it's a cult classic. I mean, it's not just a hit. It's something which is part of popular culture in India.
Right.
People remember it. Real estate scams are known as Khosla Ka Ghosla. यार वो खोसला का घोसला टाइप कुछ नहीं होना चाहिए हमारे साथ. So it was a huge challenge. Finally a very, very satisfying, extremely satisfying journey because it turned out well, and the cast, they are all brilliant actors. Anupam Kher ji and Bomman Irani and all of them are fabulous, and they all of them said that when we read the script, first we were very skeptical. How can you make a second part to Khosla Ka Ghosla? Yeah. But when we read it, we said, "Oh, they've pulled it off, man! And it'll be fun to do this again." Right. So the entire cast, they came back together and they became a family again after 22 years. 2003 they shot it, right? Yeah. And it released in 2006, the first one. It took a while before they could release it because of various other issues, but the cast came back and they became the Khoslas again, and they call each other by the Khosla Ka Ghosla names. Not they don't say, he won't. Mr. Kher will not say Ranveer. He'll say Bunty. He won't say Parveen. He'll say Cherry, and it just comes naturally. So they all became the family again, and it was another. I mean, the last 35 days of shoot have been draining and difficult, but very, very satisfying to see, a new avatar of the old film coming together. Yeah.
In the truest sense, सच में ये risk taking था because जो impact, जो stickiness खोसला घोसला की थी, वो sequel में दोबारा उस लायक उसको बनाना, and it has to be the work of a writer.
Right.
Just briefly आप अगर थोड़ी सी जर्नी के बारे में बता सकें कि वो writing process कैसा था?
So if I was an established Bollywood writer, I might not have taken this project because I would have said, I don't know if I'll be able to live up to this. I'll be able to create something the way the first film was. Will it come even close? People will judge it. People will look at it with a magnifying glass. They will compare it to the first one. But I had nothing to lose. I said, नहीं होगा तो लोग कहेंगे, नहीं है तो मेरा, at least give it a shot. So I think that worked for me, and I worked on this with a co-writer of mine, Anish, and it's been a difficult journey, but with lots of fights and this and that with producers. But for them, it's their intellectual property, and they want it to be as good as. But they are going to be judged for.
They are more scared.
They are more scared.
Yeah.
And it's coming after so many years. You know, it's been a journey together, and with all the khicha tani at the end of it, we think we've come up with something really nice, and something that people will enjoy watching.
Right.
Because it's the same gang once again.
Exactly.
And
Yeah.
we've it's a similar kind of a predicament, but the stakes have gone up higher.
Higher. Okay.
And very unexpectedly higher, and it should be fun. It should be fun for people to watch.
Like 100 crore flat higher.
No. You watch it.
Okay. तो सर घोसला का घोसला जैसा प्रोजेक्ट आप अभी उसमें व्यस्त हैं और अभी जुलाई में वो रिलीज होगी. ऑफ कोर्स उसके बाद रुकना नहीं है, झुकना नहीं है, वो सारा जोश है, पर एडवर्टाइजिंग में वापस आने का प्लान है?
देखो यार, मेरा ये है
मतलब एक और मैन विल बी मैन या एक और दो बूंद जिंदगी की. अगर
see, for me, never say never. Like I said, I love advertising. I totally adore it, and I don't have that thing कि यार now I'm beyond this and वो मैंने कर लिया, मुझे नहीं. मैं अभी भी कर रहा हूँ advertising, and
can we see more long form content coming from
yeah.
Project?
I mean, I would love to. Somebody has to give me the.
But sir, Ghosla, if it hits, of course, there will be some calls coming to you.
I'm hoping. I am hoping so. Why not? Because it's a new thing to do,
right?
And an entirely different kind of a career. So I'm looking forward to it. But one step at a time. I'm looking at this movie and seeing क्या होता है. Very excited to see. Now that it's more or less shot, there's just a little bit left. Just excited to see the post being done, and then how it all comes together, and then obviously can't wait for the premiere,
right?
And the release.
Right, it's all shot entirely in Delhi, no?
Yeah.
कुछ गुड़गांव भी आया है.
Delhi, Gurgaon, Faridabad, Noida.
नोएडा तो जरूरी था सर लेना, मतलब नोएडा भी नहीं, ग्रेटर नोएडा लेना जरूरी था सर.
तो सब जगह हुआ, सब कोई NCR में सब जगह घूमे.
Okay.
From each corner of NCR, so it was great fun, and now it's mostly done. I think there's a little bit of a 2 to 3 day schedule left.
Okay.
And after that, it'll go off into post. I hope you guys enjoy it when you find
I mean, I myself have been a big fan of Ekla Ghosla. वो आती थी टीवी पे जब भी, तो वहीं रुक जाता था रिमोट. तो I have high hopes from Ghosla.
I know.
And after speaking to you and knowing about your writing process, आप पूरे टाइम मतलब सेट पर रहे थे जब शूट्स वगैरह हो रहे थे. कोई छोटी सी फॉन्डेस्ट मेमोरी उस सेट से जो आप लेके आए हो वापस?
बस यही है कि interactions with all these really big actors, they are not just stars, they are fabulous actors, and their conviction and their processes, and to be close to them and have conversations with them. For instance, Mr. Bamman Irani, he runs a screenwriting course, which he insisted that we attend online on 3-4 occasions. There was so much to learn from that, and you see the passion of someone who is a senior person and yet so committed, so passionate about his work that he's constantly only thinking film, talking screenplay, discussing how do I make my this scene more effective, how do I make the dialogue crisper,
right,
more khurana, how do I do this. Mr. Anupam Kher was so passionate about it. He was really complimentary on how the story has come out. He said that this is a writer's film. You guys have really done a fabulous job. People will be wondering, how do you make a part 2 of Ghosla? It doesn't seem obvious, right?
Yeah.
But it has happened. So all these interactions with these big people on a one-to-one basis was fantastic. Yeah, it's a great experience in itself.
सर ये
हम्म।
एक फॉर्मूला बनता हुआ तो नहीं है कि जिसने एड में काम किया है
हम्म।
उसको मालूम है कि फिल्म में क्या चलेगा, बिकॉज आप देखो
हाँ।
तिवारी साहब ने दंगल निकाल दी,
हाँ।
ठीक है, अश्विनी अय्यर हैड बरेली की बर्फी, अच्छी चली है ये पिक्चरें,
हाँ, हाँ।
और आपने भी एक कल्ट क्लासिक का सीक्वल पकड़ा है। तो ये फॉर्मूला सेट हो जाए इंडस्ट्री में कि यार आप
नहीं,
एड में काम करते हो तो आपको मालूम है कि फिल्म लिखनी कैसे है, डायरेक्ट कैसे करनी है।
नहीं, ऐसा तो कुछ नहीं होता, क्योंकि किसी को नहीं पता कि क्या काम करेगा, क्या काम नहीं करेगा।
बट सर मुझे लगता है कि शायद प्रोड्यूसर्स भी डरे हुए होंगे, और आपने जैसे कहा कि यू हैड नथिंग टू लूज, बट आई थिंक only an Ogilvy person can pull this off. On this note, I would like to understand from you, were there any lessons from advertising and Ogilvy's universe where you have spent the longest time which helped in making Khosla Ghosla to what it is?
Absolutely, without doubt. No. Advertising teaches you a lot. Advertising teaches, I mean, we don't realize it because we are in it and we've been in it for so long, but use the skills learned in advertising in other creative fields, you realize how much advertising is taught you. So for instance, a newbie writer may not have been able to catch, for instance, what do we do as ad writers? You have a certain brand tone of voice. You cannot do Dabur Amla hair oil and Fevicol the same way. In Dabur has its own voice, Fevicol has its own funny quirky voice. If you want to do something for Sprite, that brand does something in its own way, and you have to do something for Lux or Aramusk or anything else that has its own voice. So advertising people, creatives, understand tone of voice very well. So to understand the universe of the brand, Khosla Ghosla is a brand.
It's a brand,
right?
Yeah.
And it has its own universe. It has its own interactions, the tone of voice, the pitching of the writing of the story. Khosla Ghosla cannot be, for instance, like you mentioned, Hera Pheri. It cannot be some other kind of comedy.
Right.
It has to be rooted in its characters. Khurana is a certain way. Khosla is a certain way. His family is, all of them have their own established character. So advertising teaches you that, and you naturally grasp that. Plus, being able to telescope a lot of meaning into very short periods of time, because we do 30 seconds, 20 seconds.
Yeah.
My mandate on Men Will Be Men was 20 seconds.
But then
Sometimes
extrapolating that into that
long,
20 second into a 2-hour truth.
So that is the learning. Now not everything has to be like that. You have to, and you have to create a character arc. You have to create a story arc. You have to create how one character, changes in a certain way by the end of it. That's a very feature film and long form, based learning. So that I had to learn very quickly. But the fact that Ogilvy and advertising training helped, it definitely did.
And we see, I mean, this is, I won't call it a trend because we don't have many examples, but, ad men getting into films, and not bad films have come out of these projects, right? I mean, you see Ashwini Iyer, you see Nitesh Tiwari,
fabulous work, yeah.
You see Ram Madhwani for that matter. Yeah, and can we also now consider that in this list, Ajay Gehlot is the next name? I mean,
I don't know. I don't think so, because the names you mentioned are all directors, right? And I am a writer, and I prefer the writing bit of it.
Okay.
At least, I mean, never say never. But as of now, I think the best way to learn about a medium is through the writing. As of now, I want to learn the art of screenplay, which is an art, to understand how a story progresses in an interesting way. How, like you mentioned, how do you expand a story into a 2-hour thing where you take the audience through an entire journey, which, while it keeps them, really engrossed, but it yet has a trajectory, a beginning, a middle, and an end.
Yeah.
And at the end of it, the the viewer feels satisfied कि कुछ मजेदार देखा. It's not an easy thing to do. It's an art, and I'm enjoying learning the art.
Sir,
Uh,
you have things to look forward to in terms of your learning curves, and you're looking at new things.
Yeah.
I have to ask you this.
Right.
Advertising की याद आती है?
अरे बहुत आती है यार, और मैं तो करता भी हूँ.
अच्छा.
हाँ, मैं बहुत एडवर्टाइजिंग करता हूँ, because having been around for so long, there are always clients reaching out for projects.
Right.
So I keep doing advertising projects and I enjoy them thoroughly, because that's, you know, what I've learned over the years. That's what has put food on the table for so many years.
Yeah.
And I really enjoy and I love advertising. I'll never sort of outgrow it or have anything, you know, bad to say about it.
This is like a curious layman question, but when you get a brief,
Yeah.
how did you know, or I mean, is there a way to know that दो बूंद जिंदगी की will impact so much? I mean, it's still in our brains. We cannot forget it. You said शौक बड़ी चीज है. These lines are still in our heads and they're sticking.
Yeah.
As a writer who churned these lines out,
कमरे में बैठा था और हमें बोलना था कि भाई you need something to hold a campaign together. What is the essence of those polio drops? People didn't know how important giving those polio drops was. There was a certain section of society which felt that that was the government's way of sterilization, almost.
Okay.
You know, one had to figure out what do you say that completely positions this thing in a positive way. तो आपको दो बूंद डालनी है और ये दो बूंद जिंदगी की है. इससे जिंदगी मिलेगी आपके बच्चे को, लंबी हेल्दी जिंदगी मिलेगी. और इट वाज अ लिरिकल वे ऑफ सेइंग इट कि दो बूंद जिंदगी की. सोचा कर दिया. अब व्हाई इट हैज गॉन इनटू पीपल्स हेड्स इज बिकॉज इट वाज ऑल ओवर मीडिया. I mean, and exposure was so much.
Yeah.
It was very simple to say, and with Mr. Bachchan saying "Do boon zindagi ki" all the time, it went into people's heads. But it's a very important thing. The baseline, to me, is the essence of advertising. The baseline is everything. But as communication, it really drove a lot of participation of people, and it really helped. It was one of the most powerful, public service campaigns
right,
in Indian history. So I'm very proud of that. Very happy that something that I did, helped eradicate polio from the country.
यहाँ पर जो ये कैंपेन था, यहाँ पर गवर्नमेंट इन्वॉल्व है. देयर इज अ पब्लिक इमरजेंसी एट स्टेक. Were you like intimidated, and what was Piyush's role here, like to kind
Piyush's role was all encompassing. Yeah, Piyush was the person who, he briefed me. I remember in Bristol Hotel in Gurgaon, he had got to go for some meeting. So he said, "Udhar aa jao." So me and your art copy hota hai jaise. So me and my art partner, we went to Bristol, had breakfast with Piyush, and just before leaving, he said, "Yo, बच्चन साहब को ना एंग्री यंग मैन बनाते हैं दोबारा से, लिखो, दिल से लिखो 5-6 फिल्में", ऐसे जैसे भूलते थे वो, और कल भेजो मुझे. So that's when I went to office the next day at 7 AM and I wrote, और बड़े मतलब कि पीयूष को जानी है. तो बहुत ध्यान से सोच के 5 फिल्में मैंने भेजी. And then half an hour later I got a email saying very nice scripts. So I was very relieved and very happy.
यहाँ पर दो बूंद जिंदगी का कैंपेन है, which is like changing lives, changing country. And then we have प्यार की राह में चलना सीखो, right? Which is a dark industry, and this Alcobev brand that was kind of surrogate advertising here, but it became just it in itself is a cult in advertising.
Oh yeah, right? Yeah.
And the song choice and everything just made sense.
Yeah.
A little bit on how Men Will Be Men came out.
So Men Will Be Men is not a line that I wrote.
Okay.
The line existed earlier. I started working on the brand fairly early after it was written, and I think they suddenly, in fact before this, I worked on Blender's Pride and Royal Stag. The Royal Stag line also I wrote, the Make It Large.
Okay.
which again, really took the brand to the next level. And that's another, which is one of the jewels of my portfolio. If you do 3-4 campaigns in your life which people remember, that's about all you can do, unless you're a Piyush Pandey or whatever. So Make It Large is one of those in my body of work. And so it's because of Make It Large that that then I finally got an opportunity to work on Men Will Be Men. And I remember when we did the first film, this was 2009 or 10, and that's when Vinil Matthew, the film director, he called me early in the morning and he said, please write a ghazal. I need a ghazal. I said, यार मुझे गजल तो आती नहीं. कहता है लिख दोगे यार, लिख दोगे. So he was in a hurry. So I had to go onto the internet and figure out, यार ये गजल कैसे, क्या चीज होती है.
Right.
तो रदीफ, काफिया, ये ऐसी लाइन. तो मैंने लिखा कुछ. फिर सुबह और उसको भेजा. तो उसने कहा हाँ ये बढ़िया है. But only 2 lines were used because गजल का एक there's a speed, there's a rhythm. It's not like rap. You can write 100 words and they can say them all quickly. गजल में पहले एक म्यूजिक आएगा, फिर धीरे से एक लाइन आएगी, फिर वो रिपीट होगी. So only 2 lines of the ghazal were ever recorded. प्यार की राह में चलना सीख, इश्क की आग में जलना सीख.
Okay.
ये 2 लाइनें ही हो पाई. For some, the way Amar Mangrulkar, the music director, composed it, and Mangal Mishra, the singer, sang it. It just was perfect.
Right.
And it went viral. In fact, if you go on the internet even now, there are people saying, "Yaar, who is this Ghulam Ali? Where is it? Who has sung it? Where can I find the full ghazal?" But there was no full ghazal.
The full ghazal does not exist.
It does now.
It does?
I wrote the full ghazal. I'll play it to you after the...
Why? It's not in the public domain?
It's not in the public domain.
Oh,
but, it was recorded.
People would love to hear it, by the way.
Yeah, it was recorded fully then.
Awesome.
About 3-4 years later, I wrote the whole thing, and Amar and Mangal Mishra sang it. In fact, when I met him, when I went for the recording, the singer Mangal Mishra said, "Sir, I have done a lot of work. These 2 lines are what I am famous for." He said, just these 2 lines have made my career.
But I think this is coming out on camera for the first time that ghazal puri hai.
Puri ghazal.
Every fan of this song will just be in tears to hear this. That finally, it's not just a ringtone in my phone, it can be an MP3 track.
Yeah, absolutely. Another campaign that I worked on was Limca, where Swanand Kirkire wrote the Fuhare Bochare, Limca ki with Sushma Reddy and Niketan Madhuk, a film directed by Bob Shashank Chaturvedi. That also became a humongous hit, the Limca film.
Right.
It's been many years now. In fact, Niketan was telling me, the male model, he said he went for a party, a Delhi wedding, one of the lavish Chhatarpur farms where there are 20 types of cuisine and, expensive bottles of booze. So he went to get a drink to the bar and the barman refused to give him anything but Limca. Sir, aap to Limca hi pe. So then you realize that, such a huge impact is, the work we do has, you never know how much it affects people and where it goes. So it's been a wonderful journey that way.
But all these creative works that you have put out, right? And putting creativity as an umbrella term, would you ever call them commercial creativity? Or are you privy to this term?
Yes, it is all commercial creativity.
Okay.
It is all commercial creativity.
But sir, industry conversations or chatters mein aap dekhoge to there are blanket statements being thrown out, and to an extent it feels like there is some metal to it, which is creativity wo nahi rahi jo thi, advertising is dead, it's just marketing that exists now. How do you see it? Because aapne kuch aise campaigns banaye jo aaj us time par jo log पैदा भी नहीं हुए थे, they also know it now. right? Because of that whole culture around it.
Yeah, so
But advertising is dead and creativity is not what it used to be. Your two thoughts, your two cents on it.
there's no way that creativity will die. That's such a human. It's a very basic human need, not just an expression. Human beings need to be creative, and you have, and when you, at the end of the day, whatever the technology that comes in, it's a human being talking to a human being, right? And for that you need creativity. You need to move, because what makes us humans is emotion, right? And you need to talk to the other human being and move them in some emotional way, whether you make them laugh or cry or think or whatever, right? So the creativity dying is not a question. A lot of people are saying that creativity in advertising is not what it used to be. Perhaps, because we are going through a evolutionary period. We are going through a time when marketers are not so sure about what to do, because technology has fragmented media so much. पहले क्या होता था, टीवी था, टीवी पे आप फिल्म चलाओ, सब लोग देख लेते थे, क्रिकेट पे चला दो, किसी उससे पहले तो टीवी दूरदर्शन ही होता था, which is why everyone remembers, and every one of that vintage remembers those 10 ads, washing powder, Nirma, radio jingles and all of that. You remember because you had to watch that. But now it's so fragmented, everyone is watching their own personal thing, so it's that much more difficult.
इसीलिए लोग एड्स के बारे में अब इतना बात नहीं करते हैं.
हाँ, बात इसलिए भी नहीं करते कि सेम चीजें नहीं देखते. हर इंसान सेम चीज देखेगा तो सबको सेम इम्पैक्ट आएगा. अब आपका पूरा फ्रैगमेंट हो गया है, ठीक है. Everyone has their own interests. Everyone is looking at things that they want to look at. Therefore, it has become that much more difficult to target, and brands are built through one-to-many communication, right? When the brand talks and a lot of people listen, then a certain, brand image comes into people's head. ये ऐसी चीज है, brand ये चीज बोल रहा है, correct? But if everyone is watching their own thing, then science becomes very important. Then you do what digital is doing now, and then it becomes more of a science, right? You have searched, you are looking for, say, a pair of socks. उसके बाद आपके फोन में सॉक्सी की एड आती रहेंगी, because that is how the algorithm goes, right? And ad भी creative नहीं होगी, वो आप फोटो आ जाएगी, आप ये ले लो, and you're hoping that somebody who wants a pair of socks will see your product and buy that. But the pull is now weaker, because the brand pull is when you go out and you say, no, I want to buy this brand of socks, not any brand, yeah. Not just look at functionality. ये पसीना नहीं आता इसमें, ये गर्म हो जाती है, ये ठंडी हो जाती है, ये ऐसी है, ये वैसी है. तो that brand pull is now, because of the tentativeness around that is what requires creativity, right? Most. Right. Otherwise, it's only finding out what that person wants and serving a notification there. भैया, अच्छा आप ये खिड़कियां देख रहे हो तो हमारी खिड़की ले लो, है ना? तो and there's not much creativity in that. But I am very hopeful that now that it's becoming table stakes, everybody will start throwing the same everyone has the same information, the same data. So you will have to be creative again. For instance, to break through, for instance, so many startup founders say, no, we don't need advertising. अब Uber वाला बोलेगा, I don't need advertising. Fine. That's because it's a brand new innovative product that you brought and you're the only one. But when Ola, Uber, Bharat, ये वो 1000 आ जाती हैं, Rapido, फिर आपको ऐड करनी पड़ेगी, right? है ना? So that is where the value of advertising is. And advertising is, will never go away. And because advertising will never go away, neither will creativity.
So I think there is a small error in how we say this. Advertising will not go away,
right?
And I truly believe that,
right?
Because of how markets and the world is functioning.
ऑटो के पीछे लिखा है ना,
Exactly.
प्रचार है तो व्यापार है
बस
है ना।
पर सर
प्रचार
मेमोरेबल एडवर्टाइजिंग मुझे लगता है
अभी
कि
आएगी, अभी दोबारा आएगी, क्योंकि अभी सब टेबल स्टेक्स हो जाएगा ना।
हाँ
when they figure out कि everybody has the same tech, ठीक है, everyone can deliver the same message, then it's how you deliver the message that becomes important, and that is where human creativity is required, कि भाई आप कैसे उसे नए तरीके से पेश करोगे।
तो एक क्रिएटिव एजेंसी के हेड से मैं अभी कुछ दिनों पहले ही बात कर रहा था, तो उन्होंने एक टर्म थ्रो किया विच इज कॉल्ड इंटेलिजेंट कंटेंट।
हाँ।
अब इंटेलिजेंट कंटेंट बेसिकली आप जो कह रहे हो कि टेबल स्टेक्स आ चुका है, अब आप कैसे स्टैंड आउट करोगे। तो उन्होंने जो मुझे ब्रीफली समझाया वो यही था कि इट इज हाइपर लोकल, हाइपर पर्सनलाइज्ड। बट सर आपने जैसा बोला कि ब्रांड बनता है वन टू मेनी कम्युनिकेशन में, पर अगर मैं हाइपर लोकल, हाइपर पर्सनलाइज होके अपनी मैसेज भेज रहा हूँ, ब्रांड्स जिस तरीके से बना करते थे, क्या वो बन पाएंगे हाइपर पर्सनलाइजेशन और हाइपर लोकलाइजेशन के?
तो nobody knows the answer to that.
Okay.
Which is why advertising is going through what it is. Nobody knows the answer to that question. You know, I can pretend to give you Gyanam. Why? I have no clue. Nobody has a clue. WPP, Omnicom, everybody is trying to figure this out, and they are very smart people. As of now, nobody has an answer, because media has so fragmented and exploded that you don't know how that one to many thing can happen.
Do you think लोगों के पास इसका जवाब नहीं है कि ब्रांड कैसे बनेगा?
हाँ.
इसीलिए उसके अवज में
हाँ.
जवाब AI आ जाता है कि we are doing data, we are doing AI. Because हर एजेंसी, हर ब्रांड, everywhere you talk to, I as a journalist, I talk to people and they can't stop saying things about AI.
Of course, AI is an amazing, it's fantastic. It's taken humankind somewhere else. It's
making us dumber, sir.
Perhaps, but imagine the smartness of human beings who could create something even smarter than themselves. So it's a fantastic thing that has come. But the idea is, how do you use AI? Right? How do you use it to get the effects that you want? How do you use it to build the brands that you want? Otherwise, it's a piece of technology.
सर आपने रीडिफ्यूजन से चालू किया था अपना कॉपीराइटिंग जर्नी।
बिल्कुल।
अभी आपने जो पीयूष सर के लिए जो ऑब्ituary लिखी थी, वो मैं पढ़ रहा था, हमारे प्लेटफॉर्म के लिए जो आपने लिखी थी, उसमें एक पॉइंट था जहां पर आपने बोला था कि ओगिलवी छोड़कर आई वाज इन अ नो होप एजेंसी। वो नो होप एजेंसी टर्म क्यों आपने यूज किया था?
यार, बिकॉज उधर होप नहीं थी कुछ ज्यादा कुछ करने की। तो ओगिलवी कल्चर इज द कल्चर दैट, यू नो, बिटवीन Piyush and Ranjan and everyone they created was so creative focused. And creative focused is the only way to be, because that's our deliverable, that's our job, that's our output. You know, creative is the output, na? Baki, you can manage the account whichever way, you can have strategy, you can, you know, hold the client's hand through all of that, you know, guide them through everything. But at the end of the day, you have to deliver creative. And therefore, creative is what should be the focus. A lot of agencies didn't get that. A lot of agencies focused on relationships and all of which are important. I'm not saying they are not. But at the end of the day, the consumer doesn't really care. The consumer cares about the benefit that he or she gets from your particular offering, your brand, your product, whatever. And that is best magnified through creative. अब client तो मतलब consumer तो आपका PowerPoint deck देखता नहीं है ना, कि हमने कितना सोच के, कितना रिसर्च करके ये निकाला है आपके लिए। वो तो आपका फाइनल आउटपुट देखते हैं, क्रिएटिव। सो Ogilvy over the last say 20-25 years has been the agency in India, at least the agency that really focused solely on the creative product, which was largely the achievement of Piyush, and over the years he was able to build an ecosystem that did that, which is why a lot of agencies outside, there were other agencies which were very competent. I mean, I really admired Low and Balki and the work they did.
Mm-hmm.
You know, very different from Ogilvy, yet fabulous work. Work that the consumer remembers and is still remembered today. But not every agency was like that. A lot of people were, they were just कि बस धंधा चल जाए यार कुछ भी हो. Like the big thing in Ogilvy was it was not enough if the client has bought the campaign. It better be a good campaign, and that is because Piyush was the creative conscience of the agency. So for creative directors, it was like अब ये निकल गया तो पीयूष वाट लगा देगा यार. ये क्या निकाल दिया तुमने, क्लाइंट ने खरीद लिया, इसका ये मतलब नहीं है कि you do mediocre work.
Okay.
So that was what made Ogilvy what it was and what it is. Not all agencies had that, so which is why possibly I wrote that.
पर वो टेम्परामेंट सर जो कि कुछ भी बस बिजनेस होना चाहिए, धंधा होना चाहिए, कुछ भी ना निकल जाए, वो टेम्परामेंट आपको लगता है कि आज भी एग्जिस्ट करता है एजेंसीज में, नॉट जस्ट बट एजेंसीज?
वो तो है यार. देखो एट द एंड ऑफ द डे
अब सब वही कमिशन बेसिस पे काम कर रहे हैं एंड यू नो रिटेनर बेसिस पे काम कर रहे हैं.
वही है. एट द एंड ऑफ द डे आई मीन इवन Ogilvy is not doing it for art, doing it
for sure
for business and for commerce. It was just that the focus was right, because and Ogilvy proved it that you know the more you focus on the work, the more business grows.
Right.
Like Ogilvy, I think, continues to be the largest agency in the country because the focus was and is purely on the work. And the minute you take your eye off that ball and you start doing other things and you start trying to please the client, trying to undercut, try to whatever, then it's a downward slide. And that we are seeing.
And then you become tech enabled agencies.
There are other reasons for that. I mean, tech is inescapable. Tech, तो आज आपको tech के बिना तो कुछ नहीं कर सकते. Ogilvy itself is, you know, doing so many tech-based campaigns. That Shahrukh, not just a Cadbury ad, fabulous tech-enabled campaign.
Yeah, everybody can have it their own ad now.
Right,
yeah.
And using Shahrukh for that, a huge statement to the. So you can't escape tech.
सर कोई ऐसा ad है जो आपको ऐसा लगता था कि यार काश मैं ये ऐड करता? I mean, of course, आपने एक legacy baselines दी है,
but not just that, यार.
Any one of those ads that stuck to your mind?
Of late, ये अपना आशीष खजांची का काम बहुत अच्छा है यार. On Jaguar as well as that Lahori Zira, he's done fantastic. The new one which Abhinav Pratiman has directed, जिसमें they are cutting things in a trombone, then a topi, क्योंकि वो ऐसे बोतल ऐसे कर रहा है. Very very nicely made film, very nice simple idea, beautifully taking forward the last, you know, and that his Ashish's baselines are always very funky ना. इसको लगा डाला तो लाइव झिंगा लगा, और इसमें हर कोई पी रहा लाहौरी जीरा. So great fun. I mean, so I really enjoy the work that these guys do.
Right. But आपको लगता है कि for a person who's working in the ad industry, would you suggest कि हाँ एक बार फिल्म भी ट्राई करके देखो?
हाँ.
Because sir,
why not? Yeah.
Piyush Pandey did not look at films.
No, he did not.
Wrong.
Yeah, no, he did. So he did two films. One was Bhopal Express, which he and Prasoon Pandey, his brother, wrote. Mahesh Mathai directed. He also worked on the script of a movie called Das, which was being directed by Mukul Anand, who unfortunately passed away during the making of the. So that film never got made.
Okay.
But after that, I think Piyush decided he loved advertising and he enjoyed that format so much, and he didn't have the time. He was such a busy man. So then he didn't. But Balki, for instance, he shifted over fully to feature films.
Right.
You know, writing, directing, and he's so prolific. He's done so many movies.
क्योंकि वहाँ पर सर अभी भी शायद क्रिएटिव फ्रीडम और उतना मिल जाता है, और शायद एडवर्टाइजिंग में टेक्नोलॉजी ज्यादा आ गई है. Do you think?
That might be the case here. Besides, I don't think, even if advertising was what it was, people who want to do long form will do long form. Balki wanted to make films, he's making films. Nitesh wanted to make films, he's making films. You know, that's what gives them the joy. So I think people who want to do it ultimately do it, and it's a very natural progression from advertising to films or writing a book or all of that.
But then you keep missing advertising, because I remember I was in conversation with Ram Madhwani. I met him in Goa, and there he was in a very jolly mood, but he did say some very nice things that I kept with me. That a director switching to films, he will always keep coming back to he or she will always keep coming back to advertising, because advertising बहुत ही ज़्यादा मतलब एक ऐसी स्पेस है जो कभी रुकती नहीं है.
हाँ नहीं Ram was also one of the best, top one amongst the top say 8-10 ad film directors. His Happy Dent is still possibly one of the top ad films ever made in India.
True.
Beautifully made. But yeah, and he was on the ad film side, not from the agency side. He was always a director, and for a director to the long form is much more natural than it is for. So he's made lots of movies there. Ram has made, I think, that Neerja he made.
Yeah.
Before that, there was something else. Then he made that web series with Sushmita Sen, 2-3 seasons of it, which is a big hit. So he's a veteran.
Awesome. I think I have exhausted all my list of questions. Or मुझे actually this interview will get cut on a montage.
Right.
Me somewhere else, and then kind of getting the closing remarks. But any final word for people who are trying to get into the advertising industry, because this is something that everyone across agencies are talking about कि बहुत talent नहीं आ रहा है हमारे पास. Talent को attract करने के लिए, be it creative or media, any advice to all those agency people कि बॉस नया talent कैसे आए, या फिर नए talent के लिए कुछ?
तो बहुत simple है यार. Talent and business both are attracted by the same thing, great work. अब कोई young girl, young boy with ability sees Lahori Zira or sees Jaguar or sees some of Cadbury work by Ogilvy, or and they say, yeah, this I want to do. That is how you attract. That is just great work. The more great work comes out, the more talent will come, the more business will come. So it's actually a very simple solve, but simple is not easy. A lot of times, for a client, what is great work may not be for the creative person. Something that might work. So, but occasionally there are some gems which everybody loves, right? And because they are witty, they are smart, they are impactful, they are, effortless, and they become sort of almost cultural sort of pieces. Agencies must try to create and be part of popular culture. And once जैसे पप्पू पास हो गया, मतलब इतना वो लोग सब एक दूसरे से बात कर, बढ़िया है एशियन पेंट्स का, हुडी बाबा when Balki done. So things that become part of culture. When advertising becomes part of culture, it becomes powerful.
On a side note, sir, witty पर मेरे को याद आया, आपके Instagram पे मैं था अभी कुछ टाइम पहले. I'll send you a follow request, please.
Yeah, of course.
But your Instagram is just bang on. Especially that आप airline मतलब flight में हो, there's a monk sitting. बड़ा अच्छा सा एक scenario था. In the business class, the monk who sold his Ferrari. I loved your Instagram. Please keep posting there.
Yeah.
And we really want to see great work coming out of you.
Yeah.
Gosla is right around the corner.
Yeah.
But I would love if you can get into films more vehemently.
Yeah. आपके मुंह में घी शक्कर है. मैं तो वेट कर रहा हूँ. जैसे जैसे काम आएगा मैं तो करूँगा.